everyone. Welcome back to Ghostwood, the Twin Peaks podcast. I'm Charles Skaggs, one of your co-hosts in the basement of solitude. Still unable to go into Ghostwood Forest, although there is talk of reopening, of course. And with me, of course, is my wonderful co-host and fellow fan of Jackie Daytona, Xan Sprouse. How you doing, Xan?
Jackie Daytona. I am
Daytona.
loving that Bucks girls volleyball team, man. Let me tell you.
So, Xan, do you like my disguise?
Charles, who are you, and where did Charles go? There's this guy with a toothpick standing where Charles usually is.
Well,
I don't know. My God, it's Charles!
Where did I come from? Where was I?
Where did you go?
I disappeared.
You just manifested. There was some guy with a toothpick there before. He's back. I don't know what he keeps doing with Charles. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Charles is back. I don't know what's going on, you guys. There's some sort of interdimensional vampire thing going on.
What magic is this?
What magic? What kind of sorcery is going on here?
Something supernatural, which of course, hey, it's Twin Peaks, right? So that fits in perfectly with our theme, right? And also, everybody, happy 40th anniversary of the Empire Strikes Back Day.
I don't like talking about that.
You don't like talking about that?
I don't mind talking. Oh, look, it's got a lightsaber.
Yep.
Check it out. Charles is full of props today.
I am.
Nice.
I'm all theatrical.
I don't like that Empire Strikes Back is 40 years old because I barely feel like I'm 40 years old.
Right.
And I've been 40 years old for 4 years.
Right.
That's crazy. But yes, happy Empire Strikes Back Day, which makes me think of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Where Marge and Homer go on a date to go see Empire, and they're leaving the theater, and of course there's a line of people waiting to get in.
Right.
And Homer just blurts out, "What an ending!"
That was great.
Who would have thought that Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father? And everybody's like, "Oh, thanks a lot, Mr. Ruin the ending for me."
Yeah, that was. I love that moment. That was good.
That was
a classic. Although now they'll probably have to update it with the prequels or something.
Yeah, but there's no real revelation in the prequels, though.
No, I know.
That's the problem with it.
And that's why they're not as good. All right.
Yeah, I kind of liked about the prequels that, we saw the things we knew happen.
Yeah.
That was kind of a cool thing. But, I was thinking about this. I was watching Friends, because what I'm doing is sitting at home and watching reruns. And
well, hey, what else do we got to do? Have to
right.
do, right?
I know. I don't know if you saw that article about the why reruns are so comforting.
No, I didn't.
But reruns are very comforting. They're like old friends coming over to hang out.
There you go. So instead of actual socializing, you could socialize with your favorite TV characters.
Right, with your own favorite TV characters.
And we're going to be doing that today because, hey, we've got, Deputy Bobby Briggs, or we've got Audrey Horne, we've got Big Ed Hurley,
all of our favorites,
Norma Jennings, so Nadine, and the rest.
Yeah, I was watching
the
Friends.
Log Lady.
Dan Castellaneta was a guest star in one of these episodes of Friends.
Yes.
And it's bizarre to me that Dan Castellaneta is literally one of the most famous people on the planet that nobody knows what he looks like.
Right.
Because, he's the voice of Homer Simpson. Well, in English, he's the voice of Homer Simpson. But, he's super famous and nobody knows what he looks like.
I know what he looks like because I was one of those few people that actually watched the Tracy Ullman show.
Heck yeah, you did.
And he was like a bit player on that show.
Uh-huh.
And so, that's why we ended up getting the Homer gig.
Yep.
Because they used to have the little.
Julie Kavner.
They used to have the little Simpson shorts on that, and that's what got inspired Fox to like, oh, hey, let's try this as a series.
Mm-hmm. Well, first, and that was 31 years ago.
Yeah. So stop getting older TV shows. You're making us get older by default.
Oh, I know, right?
It's getting ridiculous. So.
Speaking
of old TV shows, this one that we're going to talk about today, not as old, because
no, this one's only 3 years old.
This one's only 3 years old, although it is kind of like a the third season of a 30-year-old show now. But
Right, but
yeah,
still.
but still. But this what we're talking about is only 3 years old. So yeah, here at episode 75, because hey, this is our big 75th episode.
This is our Diamond Jubilee right here.
Exactly. We are talking, of course, there's some fear in letting go, a.k.a.
Very
the return part 15.
that's a very true statement right there.
Exactly. And I'm sure that was kind of like a little subtle message to the fans that who may have a little separation anxiety from
Well, and
Twin Peaks ending.
yeah, there's that, and then there's also we have to say goodbye to some people.
Exactly, because we have
Yeah.
a very major loss in this one, as we've talked
Yeah.
about before when we kind of just did our basic review of the episode. Way back, I believe it was like episode 18 that we did that. Um,
Yep.
so yeah, obviously we lose. This is the final appearance of Catherine Coulson as the log lady in this one.
This is the death of Margaret Lanterman.
Yeah, exactly. She even gets the tribute, not to
Yes,
Catherine
she does.
Coulson in this one. It's to Margaret Lanterman in memory of. So that's kind of cool that the character gets acknowledged.
That's right. So she gets two, doesn't she? Because doesn't
Yeah, yeah,
Lanterman get one and Catherine Coulson get one?
yeah. I think at the
Yeah.
beginning of the season she got Catherine. It was to Catherine Coulson, and then now also to the log lady in this one. So
As it should be.
exactly. So I think she's her character is the only character that gets a tribute like that.
I think so too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
Everything else is to the actor. So
Yep.
so yeah, this is a big one. So obviously that's very, very sad, but they did, I thought, we'll talk about that obviously as we do our commentary as we rewatch the episode. But
hmm
also there is some more uplifting stuff because hey, Big and Norma finally hook up, you guys.
Yay!
Yay! So the romance that you waited like 25 years plus
hmm
to get some kind of closure with, um, finally does pay off. And
Yep.
and it's actually one of the few relationships that actually works out well on Twin Peaks, if you think about it.
It's like one of the only ones that is a decent
Yeah.
non-tragic
Yeah, exactly.
relationship.
Yeah, it's like they don't end up in like an insane asylum or in a coma or killed
Or divorced
or
or
taken over by a supernatural spirit.
something. Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah, so Ed and Norma, probably one of Twin Peaks. Um, I'd say arguably the romance you rooted for the most.
I would agree with that. For
Um,
sure for me. Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah, for sure.
so a lot of people were hoping that David Lynch and Mark Frost would give these characters, bring them together at last, and sure enough, just like the Etta James classic, they hook up.
At
That's great.
last.
Although
Yes.
although this song that they chose, Otis Redding's,
Mm-hmm.
I've been loving you too
Loving you too
long.
long to stop now.
Exactly.
Yep.
I love hearing that on my iPod. That's great.
I know it's good times when it comes up. It makes me happy
It
because it
does.
makes me think of Ed and Norma.
Exactly. I know that song's been around forever and a day, but I can't listen to it and not think of Big Ed and Norma.
Nope.
That
Nope.
scene.
That is very true.
It is such a great scene. It's like,
Yep.
you take your like, big romantic movies, like the big moment where the two finally hook up or whatever, and it's
hmm
all magical and everything. Well, that's what happens here with Big Ed and Norma.
This is like, love lift us up where we belong, like times 100.
Right.
Yeah,
So we got that to look forward to, which is nice.
we do.
And oh, and hey, if that wasn't enough, we also get Douglas Jones, presumably the final appearance of Dougie Jones,
Yeah, that's right.
because hey, Dougie has a nice little encounter with an electrical socket in this one,
He does. He does.
and
Don't try this at home, kids.
it could have come about 10 episodes sooner, but we finally got it.
But
So
we finally get it. Yep.
yep. So So
It's
we'll have that.
beautiful.
So lots to talk about in this one. Now, before we get started, though, I did want to talk something that just came out just yesterday because here we are. It's May 21st, 2020, as we're talking this.
Hmm.
So yesterday, May 20th, we got a new David Lynch animated film, you guys.
Fire.
Fire. Yeah. Not
Yep.
Fire Walk with Me,
Just fire.
just Fire, or in Polish, Pozar.
Hmm.
And interestingly enough, if you're the Russian spelling adds an H after the Z, in case you're curious.
Okay.
But I learned that from reading Firestorm back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah. So, see, comics can teach you things.
They can teach you stuff.
They can teach you stuff. So, yeah, David Lynch released an animated film on YouTube. He's got his own, I guess, YouTube channel,
Hmm.
the David Lynch Theater channel. So
I
if you,
know, right?
so I immediately subscribed to that.
Good call.
Um, and it's 10 minutes, 30 seconds, written, drawn, and directed by David Lynch, but animated by Noriko Miyakawa
Hmm.
and music by Marek Zabrowski, who is a Polish composer, I understand, which is probably why Pozar was, in parentheses in the title here. So, did you watch the YouTube video?
No, I have not had a chance to watch it.
Okay, I did watch
What
it.
about you, Charles?
I did watch it earlier today in case we wanted to talk about it. It's a bit hard, it's David Lynch, so it's going to be a little hard to describe. You kind of have to
Okay.
see it for yourself, but the basic gist, and it's very open to interpretation, but the gist I got out of this was that essentially there's this guy lighting a fire that's kind of like symbolic of the evolution of man. And
Okay.
and there's this kind of like ghost-like thing that comes out of the sun and then starts destroying everybody that I think is supposed to represent Mother Nature fighting
Oh, okay.
fighting back against human expansion and evolution. And then
Gotcha.
in the end, there's like a bunch of like tree-like elk-like things dancing around, and that I think is supposed to represent nature celebrating that, hey, humans are off the planet and we can get back to business.
We can get back to business. All right, I like it.
So a very uplifting film.
All right, I'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to, but time gets away from you in a
So I
quarantine.
could completely have that wrong, but that's my take on it.
Well, I'll
So
tell you what I think next time.
so if you've got takes on this, you've got something different, let us know, and we'll tell
Yeah,
you how
write
to
to
do it.
us.
Yeah, write to us. Drop us a line, and we'll tell you how to do that later on.
Hmm.
So just thought I'd mention that. So in case
Good
anybody
call.
wasn't aware of it, posted a link. I think I posted the video on our Ghostwood page if you want to check it out. So you don't have to
Yep,
hunt
you
very
did.
hard. All right.
Nope,
Okay, so you ready to watch some Twin Peaks, everybody?
I am.
All right. So as always, if you're playing the home game, sync up to around the 134 mark.
Now it's dark.
And now it's dark. The black screen of blackness.
Mm-hmm.
And if everybody's ready, everybody press play in 3, 2, 1. Doink.
Play. Drone footage.
Yep.
Birds chirping.
Can you imagine if David Lynch had drone technology back in the 90s?
Oh my gosh.
How crazy would that have been?
It would have been fabulous.
Especially those hospital corridor shots.
Aw, here comes Nadine with her shovel and her epiphany.
It's kind of nice that Nadine had breakthroughs. And she's, she actually has a very good outlook here in this episode.
Yeah, because I think that's been always the one thing. Because nobody gives a rat's ass about Hank.
No.
Hank can go straight to hell.
Pretty much. Well, he does because hey, he's dead. He's dead now, according to the books.
And so, but I would never want Ed to hurt Nadine.
Well, I don't think Ed wanted to hurt Nadine, which is why
that's why they're still here.
He stayed away from Norma, even though he really wanted to be with her, and that's been the whole drama.
Yep, that's been the whole thing.
But this scene here is essentially Nadine giving her permission.
Yep.
Like,
oh, see.
she's like, hey, I've got Dr. Jacoby now, or Dr. Amp.
Yep.
I got my
I got
Dr. Amp.
Dr. Amp.
So,
Yep.
she's getting her amperage. So, I guess she's like, okay, go ahead. I'm cool. I'm good with that.
And I think this is a real epiphany for her. She's like, I love you, but I know you love somebody else. And now it's time that we just face facts, you know? And you were a good man to take care of me and to be with me
I want you to be free.
and I haven't had a head injury that made me think I was in high school for about 25 years. So, you've been watching that show, Jacoby's? I sure have.
So you're the one. You're the one person that's been watching that.
You're his one hit
Well,
every
no,
week.
actually two if you count Jerry.
Yeah, that's right.
He's got an audience of two.
I'm happy thinking of you two being
Yep.
happy.
Yep.
You know, me and Dr. Amp being happy too.
True
But true
love.
love is giving the other what makes them happy. And that's honestly true,
Yep.
you know?
Now,
And
Ed, I want you to go out and
want
hit
them to be
that.
happy. Ed, I told you I walked all the way here. I had plenty of time to think about this. But I didn't. I'm still here. Because
I'm
this
sure,
is what I really feel.
you think about all those conversations that Ed's probably had with her over the years. This is probably freaking him the hell out right now.
Well, and I think it's interesting because I feel like, Ed seems like he's an extremely patient man, and he really does kind of deal with Nadine like she's a child.
Yeah.
Well, now, darling, you don't know what you're saying. Like he's really
Yeah. Well, we saw him earlier in the series sitting there looking like lonely as hell with his cup of soup.
with his cup of soup. Yeah. I mean, you could
Right.
at least give her a ride back home.
Right. You've got all those cars nearby.
I know, right?
Hopefully one of them runs. And you could have asked, you like,
Seriously.
hey, do you want me to drive you anywhere?
You want to lift? You want to lift back home?
Oh, here we
Yay!
go. Live from Monterey Pop.
Oh, is that what this recording is?
Yep.
All right.
That's the album if you're curious.
Nice.
Well, you should have the Twin Peaks soundtrack.
How
So,
much would it suck if Norma wasn't there today? Like if she
oh,
had gone to
right.
like
Right.
if she had gone to like one of the other restaurants
Yep.
for whatever reason.
To stop now.
That would have just been that would have been terrible. Oh.
She gave me the pass.
But I've got this other date.
Yeah, I know. I was so waiting for like Ed's heart to be crushed right here.
I know, right?
It's like, but I've got Grant Goodeve here. He showed up and everything. So
Yeah.
it's
But
like, no, don't do that. And we were screaming at the television when this first time we saw this, going, Norma,
this
you
was
can't
just
be doing this right now.
Ed, just sit down and wait, man. And I'm serious, eat the whole pie.
Right. You deserve it, my man.
Yeah.
Just eat the whole damn pie.
Oh my gosh. Better get you, Ed. Cup of coffee
Come in
and
a
and a
cyanide pill.
fork, and I'm just gonna eat this entire pie. And and a
And a
cyanide
cyanide tablet. That's it.
Because
That was a good line, though.
yeah, that is pretty good. But no, actually, I'm exercising my option for you to buy me out.
Yep.
'Cause I'm done.
Dunzo.
I'm sick of this.
Because
Family reasons.
I got to be with my man.
You didn't have any family. No, I have a great family. Just one of them is catatonic, and the other one is Ed sitting over there at the
Right.
at the counter, ready to put his head in the oven.
I mean, do you see those puppy dog eyes?
Oh my gosh.
The big lug.
Aw. This is David Lynch. He tortures us for 25
Yeah.
years and then he makes us sit through this scene.
This was such a perfect song, though, for this.
Yeah.
Perfect song choice.
But, I mean, at least she's not like with Walter or something stupid,
Right.
you know?
And that's what Ed is probably thinking is like,
Yeah.
okay, here we go. So it's back and forth, like either Nadine, I have to be with Nadine, or she's somebody with somebody else now, and
Hmm.
I have to keep waiting and waiting and waiting. And
Yep. You're going to buy my shares of the other franchises. I'm going to keep the double R, and it's just going to be like it used to be. See, that's the thing. And Norma's is the best one. Everybody
Yep.
says that the food is better.
Yep.
And, because of the natural and organic ingredients.
Well, she knows that he's not going to be successful when she's not involved.
That's right. And unfortunately, we also know that she's not going to live long enough to regret it.
Right, but we don't like to think about
We
that.
don't want to talk about that.
And, well, that's the actress, not the character. So we like to think
That's
that
true.
we like to
Yes.
think that even though Peggy Lipton, we lost her, that we like to
Maybe
think that Norma and Big Ed are still alive.
Norma and Big Ed are still in
Yeah.
cabins.
And then we see that hand, and
So-
we're like, yes.
Oh my goodness. This is the greatest moment.
Marry me. He pops the question.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I'm like, yes. And
Say yes, Norma.
Shelley's like, yes, about effing time.
It is about friggin' time. Of course I will.
Oh,
Yay!
yay. And there was much rejoicing. Hooray. And Shelley's happy.
Shelley's happy. I'll bet even Heidi's happy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, Heidi's probably giggling, but
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Through her nosebleed. She's so happy her nose is bleeding again.
And then Twin Peaks fans all over the world were like, finally!
Like, thank God, yes! Thank
like,
you, David Lynch.
And then we're like, don't do anything horrible to them for the rest of the show.
Ever. Don't bring them apart. Don't make Nadine go. Don't. Because, what I kept thinking is Nadine is going to get hit on the head, walking in the home again.
But that's all we get of Big Ed and Norma. That's the end of their story, guys.
And that's fine.
That's
fine.
I was so satisfied with that.
That is fine. We just know they're together, and that's all I care about.
Leave it the hell alone.
Yep. Big Ed and Norma together, finally.
We got the happy ending we wanted. Just leave them alone.
Yep.
If there's a Twin Peaks season 4, don't let Big Ed and Norma. Well, obviously Norma because she's gone now, the actress. But don't bring Big Ed back.
Don't bring Big Ed back. Just talk about how maybe he sold the gas farm to James, and now James is running the gas farm, and they retired in a cabin in Vancouver or something.
Yep.
I don't know. Just something good. Something good has to happen.
They just faded away.
Yep. They're just living their lives away from the drama that is Twin Peaks.
And speaking of drama, here's Mr. C doing a little night drive.
Yeah, exactly.
With some really crappy headlights.
He's got a tank up when he gets into town, coast on fumes here.
Right. Weatherman said rain.
If he could be wrong 60% of the time and still get paid, it'd be working. Oh, what do we have here?
Oh, it's John Cusack and Say Anything.
Is this a convenience store?
Oh, it's the convenience store. As we get the Penderecki's Threnody for the victims of Hiroshima.
For the victims of the Hiroshima, yeah.
Yep.
I would not go to this gas station.
No.
I could be ready to have an exploding bladder, no gas, car could be on fire.
Right. I just keep on driving. Keep on driving.
If I see this convenience store, I'm just going to keep on going.
So especially
Which makes me wonder
woodsmen. Yeah.
Yeah, if the only person there is a woodsman, like in the middle of the street, it would not.
Well, I have a theory that it travels the convenience store because we see it disappear.
Yeah, that's true. It just shows up where you need it to be.
Exactly. It's a TARDIS.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I like to think it just travels to because it's not on as part of this plane.
This would
So,
look good on your wall.
yep.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, David Bowie's not here with us anymore, sadly.
Yeah. So now is this supposed to be like the woodsman version of Billy?
Right?
No, seriously. I'm wondering.
Could be.
Yeah. Like
Electricity.
electricity. And again, I really would have liked to have seen
Jurgen Procho.
Jurgen Prochnow in one of
Jurgen
these.
Prochnow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I love that they did the detail of like, okay, with that ugly like wallpaper
Yeah.
painting,
Yep.
that they matched that up with Fire Walk with Me. That was a nice
Yeah,
touch.
I thought that was like I said, this series
And it,
really legitimizes everything in Fire Walk with Me so well.
yeah, it brings it right into the central mystery. It's perfect.
Yep,
And
exactly.
not just some aberration that's out there. Makes
No,
it
and
makes it
yeah,
mandatory.
exactly. And I do think Fire Walk with Me was for Twin Peaks people, but people who saw it were like, "Oh, I never saw that show. I'll go see that movie." And then
Yep.
they were lost because I think you really needed to be emotionally connected to Laura to really care about Fire Walk with Me. And it's an extremely
Yep.
disturbing and violent movie.
And you definitely need to
So,
watch them as they came out. So you need to watch season 1, then season 2, then Fire Walk with Me, and then season
yes,
3.
agreed.
Because
You're right, Charles. This is a TARDIS
right.
because he just walked down a really long hallway and he's now going upstairs that there aren't.
It's bigger on
like
the inside.
Way more stairs than there should be. Yeah, seriously, this is definitely a TARDIS.
Or smaller on the outside. Take your pick.
Either way.
Next stop everywhere.
I think I've heard that somewhere.
That's catchy.
That is catchy. Somebody should do a podcast called that. And talk about autons.
For like 5.5 years.
Yeah, seriously. See, now
We should have Xan Sprouse come back on it and talk on it.
yeah, like I said, it's too bad we're out of Auton episodes.
There's got to be other monsters.
Oh, there's tons of other monsters, but I happen to love the Autons. I think they're terrifying.
All right. So essentially, now we're waiting for Mr. C to talk to Philip Jeffries.
Yep. Which he has to go through a building that doesn't look like it does on the outside, and then comes out into another place, and then goes into a seedy motel.
Yeah. Somehow.
We don't quite know how it works.
With the number 8, which of course, if you turn it sideways, that's infinity.
That's infinity, yeah. Does Carrie live at number 8? I don't remember.
I can't remember either. Well, obviously we're going to talk about it, so we'll table that for now and come back to it.
Yep. What do you want to bet this person's name is? Tremond.
Where's the Chalfont?
Or Chalfont was the name of the people who lived before. 2 Chalfonts.
2 Chalfonts.
Weird, huh?
And of course, she speaks backward.
Of course she does. Because, we're like...
So obviously...
If we're not in the lodge, we are lodge adjacent.
Right. So obviously she's one of the spirits.
Yeah, she's something...
And we call her woman in nasty ass robe.
Woman in dirty robe. Yeah, seriously.
Because damn.
Hire a decorator to come in here quick. Damn. Gonna go to Bloomingdale's, gonna get yourself some new dresses, maybe get a facial. I love the
soft rhythmic whooshing.
Yeah, I love the
it's not intense whooshing.
For David Lynch's atmospheric noises.
Right. The subtitles for those are just, I love those descriptions.
Look at that lamp.
And you notice it's flickering, just kind of like, hey, the coroner's office at in Twin Peaks.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, notice the The fluorescent
the morgue.
overheads are
The morgue.
flickering.
Yeah.
Yeah, the morgue. Yeah. What's up, Bowie?
Electricity.
I will say that this part is very
Yep.
Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
You know.
That would have
these
been
sort of-
awesome if he would have came out and they had Let's Dance playing. Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues.
Let's dance to the sound they're playing on the radio. Did you send him? Sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ominous humming.
Did you call me 5 days ago? I don't know when I called you.
It's like, I travel through time, dude. I don't,
Yeah. I am a David Bowie tea kettle, okay?
Yeah. It's
Do you
all
think I have any concept of time?
Exactly. It's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Timey-wimey, yeah, exactly. We never talk anymore, Cooper. Who do you think that is there?
And speaking of the actual David Bowie, we're not going to
Now,
talk about Judy at all.
Let's talk about how we used to talk.
Yeah.
And the things we didn't talk about.
Yeah. So I kind of love that we get a little bit of a sort of explanation
Yeah, and I
about
also
that
told
scene.
you. Yeah.
Finally, all
I
these
also
years
told you we
later.
weren't going to talk about Judy. What part of we're not going to talk about Judy were you not listening to?
Yeah. Well, sort of. Maybe I'm sort of Cooper.
I'm like kind of.
It's kind of vague.
I'm like Cooper's body, and like I kind of know what he knows.
But like I still look in the mirror and there's Bob.
So I don't. Why don't you ask Judy yourself? Don't ask me. Ask Judy.
But we're not going to talk about Judy. We're going to leave her out of this.
Well, we got some numbers here. Is that coordinates?
Yeah, those ones you wanted from Ray.
4865. This looks like a CAPTCHA. Like,
Yeah, I know.
prove you're not a robot.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Click all the squares with traffic lights in them.
Exactly. Excellent. Yes. It's like, wait, I clicked all the squares and it's still not letting me in.
Give me one of the audible ones. I can't stand this.
This is the worst.
If you've met Judy, who is she?
And does she get like a lot of liquor and some cigarettes at the local supermarket?
Organic turkey jerky.
Yeah. You gotta get that.
Can she take her face off? Will somebody answer the damn phone, please?
Right.
Oh.
You got a hand in there to pick that up? No, wait. I'll get it.
I'll get it. See, I wouldn't answer the phone in there either.
Nope.
It can't be good. I'm at your house now. Call me.
So we got like insect scratching, electrical humming, dial clicks.
We've met before, don't you remember? At Dick Laurent's party. Boy.
This is like some serious onomatopoeia here.
Oh my goodness. The only time that I'm like actually kind of rooting for Doppelganger Cooper.
Right.
Yeah. Who's your mom? Audrey? Oh, well then, yeah, I am your dad.
Yeah. Mr. C, you are the father. Duh.
Yeah. We asked if you raped Audrey Horne in the hospital. You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Right.
Get in the truck and we'll talk on the way. Richard, we got a lot to talk about.
Yep. So, how's your mom? How's she doing?
Still in a coma.
Yeah,
Still talking about Billy and her in while she's in a coma.
Something about Charlie and Viva Las Vegas.
Las Vegas? Sure, why not? I got a long weekend coming up.
Yep.
We might as well. Oh.
It'd been so funny if the car wouldn't turn over right now. The truck wouldn't
I
turn
know.
over.
That'd be great. Whose car is Richard in? Is he in what's his name's car?
Well,
The one that
you mean the truck? Yeah,
No, no, no. The
Renzo.
car he drove up in.
Oh,
It's what's his name that was going to talk to Andy,
yeah.
but I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
So you see, what we see here is okay. The convenience store is gonna vanish on us.
Yeah, we don't need it anymore.
Nope, it did its job.
It did its job. We did our thing.
Yep. It's not very environmentally safe though.
It's got a lot of emissions.
Yeah, I don't think it's got to pass those standards
It is
tests.
not. It's not going to pass the emissions testing.
Nope, nope.
Oh, it's gone now.
Poof. Oh, it's back. Oh, it's gone. It's poof. It's back.
It flickers in and out.
It's like, will you make up your damn mind already? There you go.
Dun 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 dun. It was just here.
It disappears.
How did this happen, y'all?
Vorp, vorp, vorp.
See, yeah, that's the thing. It's just gonna...
Oh, meanwhile, in Ghostwood Forest.
Yep.
Rushing water.
It's so pretty here.
So scenic. So that means something horrible is about to happen.
Why would anybody want to turn this into condo?
Right. Well,
the poor pine weasel would be homeless.
Well, obviously Ben didn't do that.
Ben did not do that.
Well, he built that prison, and that was about it.
Yeah, it was probably a better investment considering,
right.
How the world just kind of went to shit.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
who's a puppy?
So this is Cyril Pons, if you remember from the original TV show, played by Mark Frost.
Heck yeah, baby.
That's Mark Frost right there.
Oh, this is not good.
Now, if you were ever wondering what was going on with Gersten and Steven, remember those two crazy kids?
It's bad.
Gersten is not having a good day here.
No. This is drug addiction.
Yeah, this is withdrawal, kids.
Yep, this is not good. Poor Gersten.
Just think of that. I still picture that little girl playing the piano, the Haywood Boogie.
Mm-hmm. The Haywood Boogie. Yep. Yep, she's one of the David Lynch players. It's been a David Lynch player since she was like 4.
Right. Exactly.
Something like that. When she was Alia.
Right.
In June.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So credit to her for coming back for this.
Yeah. No, that's true. I just
wish that we had a better fate.
I just feel bad for the whole Hayward family.
Yeah, it didn't turn out well for any of them, really.
I don't know. It might have turned out well for Harriet. We just don't know.
Yeah. Harry is just like, I don't want to come back. Just leave me be, and we'll just pretend that my life turned out okay.
Yeah, I just ran off, and after my dad hit Benjamin Horn over the head with some andirons.
I like to think that Harriet's like a multi-millionaire owner of a publishing empire.
Yeah, or something like that, or sold a book of poetry, sold 10 million copies of her poetry,
something like that. That she's just like, I have no idea. I'm not dealing with any of my family ever.
And it's now like Hayward Brace Jovanovich Publishing or something. Yeah. Stephen can go straight to hell.
Right.
Sick of him, and I don't get it either. I mean, he's not nice. He's not interesting.
No,
he's not attractive.
I think what he does is his whole thing is he gets women hooked on drugs.
He has the drugs. That's the thing.
That's his whole shtick, and so
that's the only part about him that is even remotely marketable is he has the drugs.
Maybe he's the one who found Bobby's football in the forest.
Oh, but wasn't the football empty?
That's true. Well, it's
Did
full
he
of baby laxative.
did he find Santa Claus? Yeah.
Well, apparently it was the baby laxative because he's jonesing for a fix right here.
He's really jonesing, yeah. He
Bet you wish you were still back in that X-Men movie, huh?
that's Daria's bra.
Darius
That
Bra?
it looks like Daria's bra.
I did
Like
not. I
a
did,
similar pink.
interesting.
Yeah.
I was not that fixated on Darius Bra, but you know.
Oh. There wasn't much else in the scene.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of
She's got cool
yeah.
rings on though. I'll give her that.
Well, she doesn't. She did her nail polish nice.
Yeah.
You noticed.
Seriously.
Oh, and here's Cyril.
Cyril, yep.
Yep, Cyril Pons.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yes, I'm the guy who wrote you in that horrible predicament you're facing.
Yeah, how you doing?
This is very meta right now.
Yeah, hide behind a tree out in
Yeah,
the open still.
yeah. No one will see you that behind the tree that you just ran in behind.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now we're thinking, okay, did Stephen kill Cyril?
What the hell did you just do, Steven?
That's not good for your hair.
Do we know what that key is for?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Uh-oh. What do you see?
I kept waiting for the vortex to pop out.
I know, me too. A little swirly thing.
Yep.
Hopefully she sees something nice. I feel so bad for Gersten.
And the angels never came.
And the angels wouldn't save you.
That's it.
Faster and faster.
The world spins faster and faster.
Time to go back to Fat Trout.
Yep. But looks like, hey, Cyril's okay, everybody.
So what did Steven shoot?
Presumably himself. Because we don't
now,
see him again.
No, we do not.
Oh, let me go check in with Carl Rod.
Yeah, I would tell Carl Rod just about anything. Like, hey, we got a problem. He lives in that trailer right there.
Haven't I told you it's not to wake me up before 9:30?
It's just more shit I got to do today.
Just more shit I got to do today. That was me earlier today, by the way, at work. I had a crazy day. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Next on the Roadhouse
what
playlist.
What are we doing here? ZZ Top. He's so excited about ZZ Top. I love it.
He is more excited about ZZ Top than just about anything, for the possible exception of Lizzie.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. I was kind of disappointed we didn't actually get to see ZZ Top.
I know, that was a little disappointing.
I love it.
That
it's turned up not just to 11. It's like
it just blows out the speakers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like up to looks like maybe 19 at least.
Aw. James and Freddie.
James looking for his next married would-be girlfriend.
Good to see you, Renee.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm just in a bar.
Yep.
Yeah, see here, you gotta stay away.
Yeah.
You gotta stay away from the married women, James.
Yeah, it's always been his weakness.
Oh, see, bad.
Yeah.
Bad move, Chuck, because Freddie Rubberfist is there.
Lights out, Mr. Monkey Wrench.
Yeah. Oi.
Oi.
Wham!
Bam! Record scratch. I love that they actually record scratched with that.
Yep.
Below lands thunderously.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, he's now having a seizure. He got hit so hard by Freddie Rubberfist.
Now, what I don't get is why was James hauled in? Why wasn't it just Freddie who punched him hauled in?
Because I think that they...
Just because they're together?
Yeah, that or the fight was with James and that other guy.
But the
fight
other
was with
guy
James and
threw
Chuck,
the first
so
punch in front of everybody, so
yeah. Good Lord.
So is he dead yet? Can we hook up now?
Yeah, seriously. Apparently he's rabid.
Yeah. He's foaming at the mouth.
Whatever that's all about.
Well, it's the part of the seizure.
Yep.
And here's those agents we don't care about.
Yep, pretty much. Unless you're in Twin Peaks or in Philadelphia, I don't care about the FBI right now.
Nope. Not about this branch anyway.
Nope. Plural?
There's no David Bowie.
Yeah, seriously. See, okay, what the heck happened here?
Yeah. Is that this like son of the screaming girl that was running across the courtyard in Twin Peaks High School?
I think it's somebody who was on the school bus of people that got arrested with the school bus driver that gets arrested.
Right.
In Firewalk with Me.
That Chet Desmond busted.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that scene, by the way.
I know. It's like so random, all those kids crying.
Right.
So bizarre and random. Whoa.
Oh. Say goodbye to Duncan Todd and Roger.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
Next stop, Wendy's.
Next stop, Wendy's.
I love this. She hears him wheezing and she's like, hang on a second.
Yep. Break out
Fine.
Break out the Cheetos.
Yeah. Wheezing, gunshots,
Yep.
wheezing stops. Yeah.
Sounds like me with my bronchitis.
Yeah, French fries and extra ketchup. Yeah, told you. Next stop, Wendy's.
Next stop, Wendy's. I might celebrate with a double today.
There you go. Oh, Billy,
drunk guy.
please stop drooling.
Billy, don't be a hero.
Don't be a drool with your life. Oh.
He's still repeating.
Just don't
Still
start
mimicking.
barking, Chad.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Couldn't Freddie McRubberfist punch his way out of the jail?
Yes, but apparently, he is moral enough not to do that. He respects the law.
That's good. That's good for him.
He has faith that everything will work out.
Yeah.
But yes.
But no, you're right.
Presumably he could punch his way out of there.
Yeah. You're right. I'm not 100% sure why the hell James got arrested when it was Fred that punched the kid out.
I mean, there had to be plenty of witnesses to corroborate that James just got punched cold-cocked with that.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell?
Faint atmospheric music.
I just can't. I can't watch.
That's all right. We're focusing on Nido now.
Billy drooling anymore. Yeah, Nido with her eyes sewn shut. Ugh.
And you would think these guys would have a stronger reaction to this.
Well, I think they live in Twin Peaks. They've seen some crazy stuff.
Shut up, Chad.
Shut up, Chad. Nobody cares.
Nobody likes you.
Nobody likes you, Chad.
Chad.
Yeah, people get paid for it just like us.
Yeah. I keep waiting for Chantel and Hutch to have their own Fox News talk show.
I know, right?
I think they're perfect for this. They've got a career ahead of them. Well, they would if they weren't dead.
There's that. Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the only downside of this. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, he's not wrong. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's no fun torturing a corpse. I haven't got to torture anybody in a long time.
Right. And it's like, sorry, honey. Just maybe next week.
The little tiny ketchup packs. Yeah. Did you get me dessert? You know I did.
He knows his woman.
What is that?
I don't know.
All right, everybody cool it. It's a robbery.
I wonder if it's a bear claw.
A bear claw or like a fried pie or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Something like that.
Oh, now we're getting all like astronomical here, like Wyndham Earl.
Here's some cake, Dougie.
Everybody's getting their dessert tonight.
Yeah.
And once again, we are here without food.
What is wrong with
I
us?
know, right? How many of these have we done? And we still have
How
not.
many times do I have to watch Hutch and Chantal eat burgers or Cheetos, and
Right.
I don't have any burgers or Cheetos?
We need to do like a special rewatch with Wendy's. I'm
With
sorry.
Wendy's. Next stop, Wendy's.
Next Stop Wendy's. That's what we should call the episode. Next Stop
Yeah,
Wendy's.
next up, Wendy's.
And
Exactly.
we'll watch the best of Chantal and Hutch.
Yep, I love that idea. Get some Cheetos.
Yep.
Get some fries with extra ketchup.
See, this is planning on the spot, you guys.
Yep.
This is how it's done.
All right, Janie E., please bring him some coffee.
You need something to wash this down.
Do you mind if I have a sip of your tasty beverage?
A,
he needs
a Sprite. He needs a
don't
Sprite.
don't salt. Please don't salt your cake, Cooper.
And Xan, see what I'm drinking here?
Nice. Nice.
How's that for serendipity?
Fantastic.
Yep. I'm holding a Sprite can, you guys.
He's holding a Sprite.
Yep.
Yes. From that Hawaiian burger joint.
Exactly. The Big Kahuna Burger. Not the Wendy's burger, the Big Kahuna Burger.
Tasty burger. So please give him some coffee so he can bring up his Cooper meter.
Who just gives somebody a chocolate cake without anything to wash that down? I'm sorry.
Seriously. Cooper, that is like...
What kind of joint is she running here?
That's like one of my remote, it's a very similar remote to my TV remote, and that I can tell you right now what you're clicking is not turning the TV on.
No.
It's not going to turn the TV on at all. There you go.
There you go. He figured it out.
That's what does it.
Goodbye, Norma. We'll see what they can do.
And here's
Sunset Boulevard, you guys.
Sunset Boulevard, where Gordon Cole gets his name.
Gordon Cole. Played by William Holden.
No, he's not Gordon Cole.
Oh, he's not? Oh, who is he then?
See, get Gordon Cole.
I've never actually seen this movie, so my defense. I know, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's on
Gordon.
It'd be nice if it was on HBO Max.
You never see Gordon Cole. The deal is that
I knew. Yeah.
He goes to
faint electrical scratching.
She goes to the studio to drop in on Cecil B. DeMille.
Right.
And he's like, "Hey, it's great to see you, honey. Bye." And Gordon Cole sees the car she's in. She's in like some sort of 1920s, Rolls Royce or something like that. So he's trying to call her because he wants to rent the car for something.
We were like,
"So
do it, Dougie. Do it. Do it, Dougie."
So Gordon Cole is calling her. She thinks the studio is calling because DeMille read her script.
Right.
So it's all this big misunderstanding. And I can't think of William Holden's name.
Fork socket. I wonder what's going to happen here.
This is going to be bad.
It goes in, is what you're telling me?
Okay, where's Jade to help me out here?
There you go. I'll stick the bigger end in.
There we go.
Electricity.
Electricity.
And JDE is scared the F out.
Wouldn't you be? Oh my goodness gracious.
That was a great scream by Naomi Watts there. Oh. Okay, so we got to bring everybody down after that great moment.
Yeah.
The end of Dougie.
That's the line that's blinking.
The black phone, not the red phone.
The one against the wall.
We got to try and lighten this up because it's very depressing, this scene.
This is just so incredibly sad. Okay, can I ask a quick question here?
Sure.
Why does she have two phones?
It's a good question.
I'm just not sure.
Well, maybe, one's for Hawk and maybe one's for Carl Rod. I don't know.
I don't know, but she's got two phones. One has a cord, one is cordless. Maybe she... Yeah. Maybe
Well,
the corded phone is what she talks on when like there's bad reception. I
well,
don't
no,
know.
well, I know with my parents though, my 80-year-old parents, they
Uh-huh.
have they have a cordless phone and they have a landline phone. So like sometimes when my mom can't hear on the cordless phone, she uses the landline phone.
Are you saying cordless phone is in like cordless phone that is the landline's phone number, or are you meaning like cell phone?
I mean, like cordless phone that is the landline's phone number.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we had that. We had like the
Yeah.
kitchen phone that had the really long cord that
Right.
you could walk all over the kitchen in, but then there was a cordless phone that you could
Right.
like take other places.
Yeah. Um,
So
yeah, I'm talking a separate landline phone and a cordless phone that both have on the same
is it
number.
like a landline like through telephone lines, or is it like an internet phone?
It's through telephone lines.
Wow, they must have had that forever. I don't even know how
Yeah.
you get one of those anymore.
Right. They've had that
Part of me
forever.
wants one though. Part of me wants one. It's
Y-
been so long since I've had one, and sometimes my cell phone just pisses me off so much.
Well, landlines, you do get better reception.
This is true.
So,
Yeah,
because the cell phones are still don't get have that audio quality of a landline.
right?
They just have the convenience going
But how
for
often do you talk on your cell phone? I mean, really?
them anymore, right?
Yeah,
In
right.
2020, the wind is moaning.
There's some fear in letting go.
How how brave of Catherine Coulson to say
Even
that kind of a line
exactly what I was going to say.
when you're actually dying in real life.
When you are actually, yeah, and you don't know. Like this could have been her last night on Earth,
Right.
like ever. Not just the last part of this character. I mean, this could have been her last moment. She didn't know. And yeah, the bravery is just unparalleled.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I can't imagine what she's thinking at this particular moment because of, thinking about everything that her life, that she's dying. This is the final scene
Yeah,
of this
everything.
character that I've been so much of, iconic for,
This
known
iconic
for,
character.
yeah,
Yeah.
for the past 25 years.
And you got to give Michael Horse
Yeah,
credit for just
right.
really being
Goodbye,
respectful
Margaret.
of what he got to do there. I
Yeah,
mean, he got to be the last person
yeah,
that talked to the log lady. I mean, that's a big deal.
yeah. And I love the way they handle it there.
Yeah. It's
Goodbye, Margaret.
it's just wonderful.
And then very tasteful.
The sheriff just looking at a little slideshow in the dark.
Right. It's like, come on, I'm looking at porn here. What are you doing?
I'm looking at my Billy Bass porn. Told us to meet him here.
My pal Jackie Daytona sent it to me.
Yeah. Our debt is paid.
Nice. Go Bucks. Hawk has to deliver the news.
Yeah. The log lady's dead?
Solemn music.
Yeah. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Or Punky. Sorry.
Yep. And Lucy is kind of speaking for all of us at this point.
She's really speaking for all of us right now.
Right. Right. Because we were having a hard time processing this too. So
This is very hard.
even Frank Truman, Frank takes off his hat.
Yeah, it never gets easier, y'all.
I never noticed that the first time, but he takes off his hat
He takes off his hat. Yep.
because he's a gentleman.
He is a gentleman. And that's the thing about this town is that you can be kind of a weirdo nut job,
Yep.
but everybody's going to take care of you.
Hawk bows his head.
Yep.
So this is very tastefully shot by David Lynch.
Yeah, this is, and I mean, Catherine Coulson is a very, very old friend.
Yeah, exactly. So, so I think he was going to do her right, and
Yeah.
you see the lights going out in her cabin.
Her cabin. Yeah.
And it's perfect. So very, very well done,
Yep.
David Lynch.
Fantastic.
Kudos to you, sir. That's the kind of way you would want her to be written out of the show.
Exactly. You'd want her to go in this respectful manner.
Yep.
I'm just going to go to the roadhouse with my coat.
And now we're back to the confusing Billy discussion.
Yes, I have my coat on.
Of course they do, Audrey.
Going out.
We're going out.
Going to the roadhouse. I need my
Roadhouse.
coat. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. You need Peter Griffin coming in there. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. What the hell, Charlie? It's already late and I'm sleepy.
Charlie sleeping.
Charlie.
Such a whiner.
I just whatever
Or talk me to death right here.
Whatever this relationship is, it's just really bizarre.
It's it's not passive aggressive, it's active aggressive.
It's like actually aggressive. He never speaks the way you do, Charlie.
Right.
This I'm Charlie aggressive. And he's Billy.
He's Billy.
Yeah. He's
so patronizing to her.
He's patronizing and he's like just totally not even fazed by her being nasty to him.
Right.
Yeah, Audrey, just please go to the roadhouse.
Yeah. Why is she with this guy? But if again, if she's in the coma, that
well, I'm dying to know who Charlie is. Like, who really is he?
Right, because is he like some mechanism trying to keep her in the coma,
or is he like her doctor, which is why he's so patient?
But if he's your doctor, he's going like trying to bring her out of this in a really weird way, even for Twin Peaks.
Well, I mean, think about what did he study under Dr. Jacoby?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Dr. Amp. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, he's doing things in a really weird way. He's having sex with her, probably.
He's shoveling Audrey out of the shit.
Yeah. Off comes the coat.
You could just go by yourself.
You could. You should.
That's you mother effer.
Yeah. Yeah. And what? Do you know how much I hate you?
Strangle, strangle, strangle.
Yeah.
And now, here's a really cool tune by the Veils that I liked a lot.
There we go.
Thanks a lot. I liked it so much, I ended up buying the album.
Well, fantastic.
Yep. It's highly recommended, by the way. The entire album is great. Acts a lot like an amphibian.
Oh, geez. Just keep walking, jerks.
Now here's a young girl named Ruby.
Are you at the bar holding a Diet Dr. Pepper? It looks like a Diet Dr. Pepper in his hand.
Well,
No, I don't think it is, but it just looks funny.
He's trying to work on his calories. He's got to watch out. Maybe he's
diabetic. I will say, she shouldn't be sitting in a booth by herself.
Not in the Roadhouse.
No.
Not in Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Yeah. So they pick her up and then just put her on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
And she just lets them.
Yeah, she's just waiting for someone.
And nobody else bats an eyelash at this.
Nope. This is Twin Peaks, man.
Right.
If this is the weirdest thing that happened today, it's a good day.
That's why you never show up alone in the Roadhouse.
No,
I got the feeling better stay put.
Also, you know what? I would keep my face as far away. I mean, I know it's been swept within an inch of its life.
Right.
But still, I wouldn't touch the floor of the Roadhouse if you paid me.
I mean, if we needed cleaner, we could always break out glass onion again, or not glass onions. But, green onions. I was convinced.
Like I said, I know that every night the Roadhouse floor gets swept within an inch of its life.
Right.
So I'm not too terribly concerned about its cleanliness, but still.
Fire up Booker T and the MGs.
Yep. Seriously, get a Roomba for the Roadhouse.
That would have been awesome. David Lynch with a Roomba. Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Don't give him ideas.
David Lynch
get like a 10-minute YouTube video of the Roomba.
I would watch it too.
Yep.
Especially if it
Especially
had the chicken on it from what did Jack do?
right.
You know, the chicken. She was just riding around on a
Yeah.
Roomba.
Right. Right.
I love that.
My soul, I'm in control. Uh,
Yeah,
and then she just kind of screams.
I have a feeling she's been places.
Yeah. Yeah. She's seen things.
Oh my goodness gracious me!
I would love to know what all that was about, but we don't get the story
We
for that.
never find out about that, do
We
we?
never. Yep. So,
Uh,
but again, really cool tune by the Veils. I like it a lot.
mm, the Veils and Cody Thornbury. Wonder who
Yep.
what stunts he did.
Probably maybe for Richard when he got throttled by
Oh
his
yeah,
dad. Maybe
probably. Yeah, that
that
makes
would be
sense.
that would be my guess.
Go away, Richard. Yeah, like I said, I don't usually root
Now, an
for it.
interest. Now, interestingly, we cut from the row house here,
Mm-hmm.
and we're back to that creepy hotel yard
Yeah, we're back to the creepy hotel yard. What's going on with
or
that?
motel yard, I should say. Yeah.
Holiday
The
Inn.
glitchiness worked really well for that, by the way.
Oh, did it? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
said Holiday Inn.
you're like the Holiday Inn. Yeah,
Oh, fantastic.
yeah, it was
Fantastic.
very
I
very
did
Lynchian.
I did love that they put Sunset Boulevard in this because I remember, yeah, there it is in memory of Margaret Lanterman.
Yep, yep.
I
So
remember watching I saw Twin Peaks before I ever saw Sunset Boulevard,
yeah,
and I remember watching it going, "Oh my God, what? Oh, okay. I get it." I heard that name and I was like, "All right, I okay, I know where that name comes from now."
All right. So
So,
that was our episode, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it
yeah,
as much as we did. So lots going on in that one, thankfully. So yeah, we got a lot
yeah.
of big stuff. It's a lot of sad stuff.
This I think that I remember watching this episode and just being like, oh, oh my God, to Philip Gerard. And did he actually die? Is he going to come
Yeah,
back? Did he electrocute himself? Is he Cooper now? Like, I just remember thinking like, oh my God, I have to know.
yeah, yeah. This was a hard one to wait 7 days for
Oh my
to find
God,
out what
yeah.
happened. Yeah, but so what was your rating for this one?
I give this one 8 out of 10 forks in an outlet.
Nice.
And
You totally took mine, by the way.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. You
I'm
didn't know.
sorry.
You didn't
So
know. So
I the reason this one it loses some points for being aside from Ed and Norma, I feel like this one is kind of needed here.
okay. Apologies to
Like we
everybody
need.
because the Skype is glitchy.
Oh, this guy. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I said
Yeah.
aside from Ed and Norma, I feel like the necessary
There it goes again.
parts of this episode could. I think that's the problem.
The Skype seems glitchy.
Yeah.
I just, I mean, I guess if you put all the pieces together,
Yeah.
they, we do need all of these pieces of the story, but a lot of them are just going like, okay, get on with it. Freddie can punch. All right, let's move it. All right, Cooper just electrocuted himself. What does that mean?
Yeah. See, I really like this one though.
I really like it too, but I think it loses some points for me for my impatience. But
Yeah.
it gets a lot of points for the Margaret Lanterman, the respectful death of Margaret Lanterman, and Ed and Norma finally getting together.
Yeah, for me it was like, yeah, those two reasons exactly. I love the fact that the Veils were playing in this one. I love that. What else? Cooper, sticking his
Yeah.
the fork in the socket. That was great.
Get me Gordon
Um,
Cole.
Gordon Cole.
Yep.
So just I don't know. This one seemed pretty well balanced in my opinion. So I give this one 9, and I'm gonna choose. Let's just go with Wendy's Wrappers in a Van.
It was very well. Yeah, it's very, very well developed. That's
Okay.
which is strange.
Yeah, it's very
Nothing
weird.
happened.
Just waiting for you to catch up.
Nothing happened on my end. I could just see you looking at me like you could tell like I was frozen or
Yeah.
something. But I
Yeah,
could see
so-
you perfectly, so I don't know what the heck happened.
Skype shakes fist.
It's been very stormy here, people.
Yeah.
So-
Maybe this is Skype's way of saying, hey, maybe you guys should wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. All right. So now, before we do, though, I do want to mention that we actually have a Gmail to talk about.
Oh, fantastic!
So actually, somebody wrote to me. I'm not sure how. Nick Solon, one of
All
our
right.
listeners out there.
Cool.
Hi,
What's up, Nick?
So he wrote, somehow he got a hold of my email and emailed me personally, but this was about Ghostwood, so I decided to forward it on to the Ghostwood email.
Sweet.
And he says, Nick says, he wrote this back on May 9th, so we're kind of catching up here. He says, hi, happy you dropped another Ghostwood episode today. So cheers for that. Cheers for listening. Have you
You're
even
most welcome.
thought about...
Happy you were listening.
Exactly. Have you even thought about doing an episode about David Lynch and his unmade films?
Oh.
There is enough info
We have
about them
now.
there is enough info about them on YouTube and the internet. I find them all so fascinating, especially Antelope Don't Run No More. Just an idea. So Nick's got an idea.
A
It's
good
for,
idea is a good idea.
So we might have to kind of file that away for after we finish up with the return, because we
might do
only
some
have three more
research.
episodes. We need to we need to dig a little deeper into this one, but
Yeah, we sure do.
that's a good idea, I think. So
I would think so.
yep,
I'm all for it.
Yep, because we don't just talk Twin Peaks here. We obviously talk David Lynch.
That's right.
And there's still plenty of David Lynch films we haven't talked about
Mhm.
on the podcast.
We talk David Lynch. We do David Lynch adjacent things.
Exactly.
We do Mark
So
Frost. We do
we do
Yep.
What Did Jack Do?
What Did
So we
yeah.
do-
What Did Jack Do?
So if we could talk about that, and we talked about Fire parentheses Posar.
Yep.
Close parentheses. So thanks, Nick, for one, for listening, and two, for the great suggestion.
Yes, thank you so much.
So we'll definitely keep that in mind. And if you want to be like Nick, and please do, please write to us, especially because we want to know how you're doing, for one thing.
Yeah, let us know how you're handling the pandemic.
Yeah, exactly. So we definitely appreciate our listeners. So we want to know, like, are you watching Twin Peaks during all this? Or, are you kind of following along just as we do these little recaps and commentaries? Or you doing something special, or doing David Lynch marathons or whatnot? So just let us know about how you're handling it. Drop us a line at ghostwoodpodcast@gmail.com. That's ghostwoodpodcast at the gmail.com, or on Twitter at ghostwoodcast on Twitter, or Ghostwood the Twin Peaks Podcast on Facebook. So that's 3 places you could find us.
Heck yeah.
All 3 are equally valid.
Mm-hmm.
So drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. Or if you got any other ideas, hey, once we finish up with the return, what should we talk about next? So if you got suggestions like Nick did, drop us a line.
Sure, figure out what to talk about.
Otherwise, Xan, where can they find you on the interwebs?
I am on Instagram and Twitter as Udinax19.
Excellent.
And I am Xan Sprouse on the Facebook. What about you, Charles?
Well, of course, you should follow her there, as everybody should already be doing. As for me, of course, at Charles Skaggs on Twitter, at Charles Skaggs on the Insta. Otherwise, Facebook, of course, Charles Skaggs in Hilliard, Ohio, and my blog of geeky things.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
Damn good coffee and hot. Xan gets a little sleepy.
Yeah,
It's been a long day.
I just don't know.
Long day.
I don't know what time it is anymore.
Yep. Yep. She's kind of hanging out in a little sleepwear there, so she's all
It's cold.
comfy.
It's cold here, so I'm wearing. What I don't even know what the temperature is. I don't have the
Yeah.
weather app on
That's
my computer anymore.
But yeah, so Damn Good Coffee and Hot, where I talk about all kinds of comic book sci-fi goodness, news, and my other podcasts I do for Southgate Media Group, including um, Titan Talk, the Titans podcast, which is going to be coming back here at the end of June as Jesse Jackson and I talk Doom Patrol Season 2, or the Phantom Zone podcast that I also do with Jesse.
Yeah,
That
baby.
hey, we had a new premiere this
Sweet.
past week with the first episode of Stargirl, and Jesse's in the mood to talk about that. It was actually a pretty decent pilot, so we might talk about that. And recording that on this Sunday, so that should be just right around the corner on the Phantom Zone. So we got that coming up. And then also, of course, Next Stop Everywhere, the Doctor Who podcast, that where we talk all kinds of Doctor Who, Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures. Zan's been lovely and coming on once in a great while. We love having her on. Always want her back on whenever she's inclined. And then, we last night, Jesse and our friend DJ Nick and I talked the John Pertwee classic, The Ambassadors of Death, which was pretty sweet.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. That's a good one. So, we just posted that. That was episode 185, posted today if you want to check it out. And then coming up next week is the Terror of the Zygons with John Takis. So that's going to be a lot of fun, too. So the Loch Ness Monster and the Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane and Harry. So Exactly.
Fantastic.
Yep. So, lots of good stuff coming up on Next Up Everywhere. So I hope everybody checks that out. And if that wasn't enough, Jesse, after forever and a day, finally invited me on his Set Listing Bruce podcast.
Oh, well, check that out.
He finally got around to that now. So apparently we're going to record that Sunday as well. And so that should be interesting. So I'll give you more details, of course, when that comes out, if you want to check that out. So it's only been 5 years, and he finally gets around to formally inviting me. So I guess it was high on his priority list, huh?
I guess so. Yeah.
I guess so. I feel the love, really.
You should.
Probably
you should.
I talked to him enough. I don't need to talk to him anymore.
I don't need to talk to Charles again this week.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
All right. But everybody else, next time on Ghostwood, if you want to, please come on back for next week time for episode 76. No Knock, No Doorbell, a.k.a. The Return Part 16, and the return of Dale Bartholomew Cooper.
It's going to start getting good here, kids.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally.
And now.
He is the FBI.
And now. Finally.
Yes. Because we like to play with our playthings a little while before Annihilation.
Oh, we just like our Superman 2 quotes.
Yeah, that was good too.
Yes.
So everybody, please come on back for that. And Zan, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Stay safe, everybody. Even though the world is reopening up, doesn't mean you have to rush out. So
exactly.
Stay safe.
And if you do go out, please wear your masks.
Mm-hmm.
Not just for yourself, but for
wear
other
it
people.
for everybody else. And
exactly, because they don't need you. They don't need your cooties, okay?
And stay back. Stay away from people. Which
6
is the good.
feet.
Yeah, stay away from people. That's good advice anytime, but especially during a pandemic.
Yeah, but except for us, you can listen to us on the podcast.
Oh yeah, virtually be as close as you want, but just sort of back it up when you're in line at the grocery or something. So we've had some restaurants and bars here in Columbus get shut down by the health department because they reopened up and they weren't doing anything to keep people apart or anything like that. Yeah. And then they're on the news all like, why didn't we get a second chance? It's like, I don't know what, they didn't even give us a chance. It's like, I don't know what part of the last 2 months of being closed makes you think that you didn't know what you had to do. But
Exactly. So apparently, because you had no access to the news or, the radio or cable TV or, what have you. So
any of that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or, hey, the internet.
Right. So
couldn't look
you
up what to do.
you knew exactly what you were supposed to do, and you didn't do it. So
And you didn't
yeah,
care, and now you're shut
yeah,
down. So deal with it.
that's how it
All right.
works.
So, yep. So be careful, everybody. Stay safe, like Xan said, and then come on back next time. Episode 76, No Knock, No Doorbell, the return part 16. It's going to be fun. Lots of fun. And we'll talk to you next time right here at Ghostwood, the Twin Peaks podcast. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.